Well folks, that's me back home and we still had over 30 miles left on charge. Pretty damn amazing, I think. This thing, on comparison with the Zero models that I've ridden, so the latest one, the SRS, the Energica models that I've ridden, the Ergo and the SS9, in comparison with all them, this, believe it or not, gets my vote. It feels really substantial, yet not overly massive. It feels good quality, you know, it feels solid. Not that the others don't. The Energicas were probably my favourite out of the Zero and the Energicas to ride. But I think this may well have picked the post there. We'll see how tomorrow goes. It's a very stretched out riding position. It's something different, you know. I wonder if Harley did that consciously. But anyway, we can chat about that tomorrow. What we're going to do now is how you charge at home. And this is how it's done. They come with the 3-pin charger, so you can plug them straight into the mains. And that all plugs in here. So where the petrol cap is, yep, push down on that, flip it open, and there you go. You have your AC charging for charging at home, and also the fast DC charge there. Charge at home, I think they said it's 4 hours to charge the from 0 to 100 at home. 0 to 80 with fast charge is 40 minutes, I believe. Pretty damn special. You might think, oh, that's quite a while, but I tell you what, I've done it before in the Energicas, and by the time you've had a pee, had a sandwich, maybe had a coffee and a chat, boom. It really isn't as bad as you think, and we will be testing that next. But anyway, home charging. It's all nicely conveniently located here under the seat with Harley. Pop the key in, pull the handle, lift this up, and bosh, there you go. Here's all your charging stuff. So we can just pull all that out, plug that in, switch her on, and that is it. It is fine now to charge all night. Easy as that, folks. Right, so we'll come back in the morning. She'll be fully charged. We're going to go and meet the boys for brekkie. I'll be doing some motorway, and then we're going to find somewhere to do the fast charge before we give this back, and we'll have a proper chat. See you in a bit. Like my new suit, by the way, look. Rucker. Oh yeah. That's how I roll these days. 0% finance. Infinity Motorcycles. Happy days.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I've been down in the
Right folks, change of plan. We're not going to use the main charger. I'm going to show you how to do the DC charging. But first of all, let's run through the dash. Okay, so there's the dash, bog standard dash at the moment. Obviously your traction control ABS lights are flickering like normal bikes. They go off as soon as you start moving. That's currently showing the current battery charge, which shows 17%, and that says, with the way I was riding, I've got about 20 miles left. You've got your speedometer there, you have the sort of charges symbol with the arrow in green, meaning that we are ready to go. There's the time, and then there's your Bluetooth symbol. Now, this will connect to the, let me turn that around a little bit. This will connect to the Harley app. However, you can only download the Harley app once you've bought one of these, and you get given a special code which you have to submit when you download the app, and that gives you access to it. With the Harley app, then you get Bluetooth comms facility connected up through the bike. There's turn-by-turn navigation. It all shows up on the display here, and there's lots of buttons here that allow you to like push to talk, make phone calls, adjust the volume, go through your contacts, all that sort of stuff, all via the little joystick here. However, obviously, as I'm demoing this, I can't get access to the Harley app, so I'm not going to show you that. This is what I will show you. So over here you have the mode button over on the right hand module here, nice and easily right next to your indicator. You push that, And you can see that shows you, and that allows you to set all the different modes. So there's a normal road mode, there's a sport mode, there's the super economy mode, and then there's the rain mode. And to select them, you literally just push and leave, and that's it. So obviously I want to go into super sport, then that's what you go there. However, because I'm only on 17% and I need to find a charge station, I'm going to go ultra cautious here. I'm going to whack it in super economy. And if you listen to the ride I did yesterday, I actually thought the super economy was a lovely ride, very smooth, very nice. I enjoyed that. So below the mode button, there's a little joystick here. Can you see that little nobule joystick? So if you push on the left, there you go, you get your odometer, your trip A and B computers. Push again to the left, that shows you what Bluetooth devices you have connected, obviously none here. Push again and it clears it. If you push to the right, then the right hand side, that all shows up. That shows you what drive mode you've got in, A, B and C. I think that's to do with your traction control, possibly, I think, maybe. That one there, that shows you when you're moving. When you go under acceleration, and you pull the throttle. Let me try and show you. Yeah, see how that's showing there? So, bit throttle, that bit goes red, and then see where it goes green? That's your regen. So obviously, when you roll off the throttle, then you're putting a bit of regeneration back into the battery, charging it up a little bit. It's not bad on this bike, actually. Push again to the right, and that shows us, there's your 20% mark, and the projected mileage below it. So that's just your battery indicator. Again, that's showing 17%, some stats about the battery, battery temperature, all that sort of malarkey. And again, no phone connected, so nothing showing up there. Otherwise, it will show you what track's playing, podcast, person you're speaking to, all that sort of stuff. And that is it. That's literally all you need to know about the controls on this bike. Oh, traction control over here, you can push and hold and it'll turn off the traction control. I would not advise it because obviously yesterday in the wet I went for an overtake and the whole back of the bike went like this, and the traction control just sorted it all out. And I carried on going. Must have looked mega to anyone watching. I myself. And now I'll show you how you find a charging point, and then we'll go and charge up. So here on your phone, there's loads of different apps that you can get for this. One that I use most of the time on the bikes is Zap Map. That is brilliant. Literally, as soon as it opens up on the map display there, it shows you where are your nearest charge points. As you can see, there's one apparently over at the golf course there, and there's loads in and around the town of Maidstone. There are so many more charge points than you probably think, folks. I've got quite a big exciting project that I'm currently working on, and if it comes to fruition and we actually do this, this is going to highlight just how viable it is to go electric now. Watch this space. So anyway, another option if you don't want to use Zap Map is good old Google Maps. Open up Google Maps, type in electric charging points, hit that, same thing, bosh, up they come, there you go. See where it says any plugs, hit that, and it will allow you to choose which plugs you want. So if you've got a Tesla, you could hit purely Tesla, and that's it. And then when you go back, it will just show you the charging points that are Tesla. So for this one is, let me have a look. This is CCS Combo 2. It's one of the sort of drawbacks, really, almost kind of drawbacks to the EVs at the moment. There are so many different types of charging. Look at all those different ones that are available there. But anyway, if we go back and we look, this will show us. There you go. This is interesting. Miller and Carter. A lot of main high street shops and restaurants and things like that, they're all starting to adopt this. So a lot of the time you can go to supermarkets. Miller and Carter's a prime example, the steakhouse. They've got charging points in the car park. So there happens to be one not far down the road here in Maidstone. So I am going to go there and charge up. Woohoo! Let's go. Okay, so here we are, Miller and Carter. And there, over in the corner, EV charging point. Beautiful. How cool is that? Honestly, folks, they are everywhere these days. Sometimes you've got to create an account so I'll just have a little look and see. I might have to create one on my phone, so hang on. Okay, so I'll push that open. That's your home sort of AC charger, and that's the 4 hour long charge. But combined, that then becomes, I think it's called CCS, which is your fast DC charge. Now that is this one. A lot of these charge points come with lots of different options. They've all got different styles of heads, so you have to find which one best suits yours. Plug that one in, like so. Oh, too quick. Contactless payment. To start charge, please touch card on target below. Ah, it's that. Tap bank card on terminal B, which is that one. Okay, so the first one's that one. Basically you do exactly what that tells you. Vending, welcome, card accepted. Okay, so we're off to a flying start now. Select the charging type. Please connect vehicle. So that's coming up now. So this is going through everything. Charging type selected, user authenticated, communication okay. Now it does a little safety check. Safety check's okay. Charging. Bosh. So that's showing an hour at the moment to charge. Now it says from 0 to 80% on the fast DC charge. I thought they said 40 minutes. Might have been an hour, I don't know. I'm sure they said 40 minutes, I could have got that wrong. So, we've got an hour to waste. See you in an hour. There we go, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. I got a little bit waylaid doing social media stuff, and you can see we're now at 99%. It's cost me £3.72. These ones, these private things, tend to be a little bit more expensive, but £3.72 for like 110 miles of good riding. Like, we're not hanging about there. That's normal, decent riding. It's not too bad. You look at an MT10, how much is it to fill up a tank on an MT10? About 18 quid these days, something like that, 17, 18 quid. Well, this is just under 4 quid. So, we're done. So, tap card on that one. So it's refunded me £16.29. So what it does is it takes 20 quid off your account when you first plug in, and then whatever you use, it subtracts that from the 20 quid and gives you back. So 21, so that's 71. So that's given me, sorry, that's charged me £3.71, and it's given me £16.29 back. Bosh, happy days. Bosh, bosh, done. Let's hit the road. Let's go! Got a full tank of gas, electricity, whatever you say. Push that in, push the button, and we're gone. Right, let's go! Awesome! There is no better feeling than a full tank and an empty road. I'm a little bit late in the day. I may as well tell you why. I've got to be open and honest. The mains AC charge didn't work last night. So when I came to the bike this morning at like 7:30, because I was going to go and meet the boys for breakfast, the bike wasn't charged. So I tried again, waited a few hours, still nothing. The power of this is just beautiful. So I thought, right, I will give it one last go. I will pop into town, which we've just done, try the DC fast charge and see if that worked. And that has worked. So there's something wrong with that, either the charging cable or maybe the AC charging connection or something. I don't know, no idea. But anyway, we're fixed now. It says I've got a range of 113 miles. So off we go. My plan was going to be this morning to do this big ride with lots of motorway, well, a bit of motorway, and then some twisty stuff. As it goes, we haven't got time. So what I'm going to do is head to the motorway now, show you what it's like on the motorway, then I'll come off round about Dorking area and we'll do the last little stint on some twisties. How's that sound? Does that sound alright? Well, let's do it then. I genuinely really like this. I didn't think I would. I genuinely thought Harley Davidson coming out with an electric bike, yeah, alright, whatever, that's just going to be hype. That's all that's going to be. I didn't actually think it was going to be any good. And even with all the hype around the long way up at the moment with Charlie and Ewan, again, I just thought, marketing hype, I'll tell you what, folks, you need to try one. This is a damn good bike. I love the riding position, you know, you're quite stretched out. It's a sporty sort of foot position, but you're really quite stretched out over the front of the bike. And it just feels different. I mean, look how that handles, it's beautiful. Now, okay, charging. Right, that's an hour. That's an hour with fast DC charging, 4 hours for a full charge through the AC charging. There are quicker. The Energica SS9 will do 0 to 80% in 20 minutes, but you're only getting a usable range of between sort of 50 and 70 miles. So it's not quite double the mileage that you get with the Harley, but you can give it some and get that mileage. That's the difference. You know, there is no need to hold back with this thing. Afternoon, officers. We'll just get onto the main motorway, get up to motorway speed, and you can see what that's like. That power is just effortless, absolutely effortless, it really is. So I've just sat at motorway speed here. Is there cruise control? No, I don't think there is cruise control on this. Now, although there's no screen, it's not too bad at all. This is a noisy lid. It is a very noisy lid. I tell you what, I'm a little bit over the stated speed limit, so let me just come down. There you go. That's a little bit more bearable, actually. Now, the only reason I came down there, no, well, it's the speed limit, but I wanted to see if just that drop in sort of 5 to 10 miles an hour, did that have any effect on the wind noise that I'm experiencing. Again, as I said, that might be just this lid, because this Ruroc lid is really noisy. Doesn't feel too windy across my shoulders at all. There is some. A little screen would probably negate that. Yeah, feels fine. The power on this, I mean, it's instant, absolutely instant. The electronics of this is just beautiful. Takes you by the hand, sorts it out, and job done. There's nothing basic about it, it's quality stuff. I've ridden petrol bikes with worse traction control than what I experienced on this yesterday. Good effort, Harley, good effort. Right, folks, not sure if you can see, but on Kalimoto, it's showing I've ridden 20 miles. Now, this originally showed me with a range of 113 miles. Remember when I was leaving, I was going to say Watford, when I was leaving Maidstone. I've been sat with traffic. So not 70, not bang on 70, but I've been sat with motorway traffic. So it's a little bit more than that. That has dropped my range in 21 miles now I've done. It's dropped my expected range from 100. So folks, I have come off the M25, gone on to Kalimoto. I've changed it from the motorway setting to the straight road setting. So this is plotted a route, says I've got another 30 miles to go, going by A and B roads. Now, as you can see down here, I keep saying that, sorry. As you will see on the display there, that's saying I'm at 46% battery now, so the motorway really rinsed it, and I've got a projected 49 miles. So we should be good. Now, this first bit of the A25 is horrendously boring, so I will check back in with you. Let's see if they nod. No nod. I'll check back in with you when it hopefully gets a little bit more interesting. See you in a bit. Right, a little bit better now. So we are 11 miles out at the moment, showing I've got 39 miles of range left, down to 35% battery range. I don't think I've conveyed enough how good the handling of this bike is. It feels beautiful, just like weightless, which is incredible, because you know, these electric bikes are big heavy beasts. I can't remember the weight now, but this bike weighs, but you just wouldn't know that. It handles beautifully well. It's actually fun to ride, you know, not just with the acceleration and the performance on it, which will never stop putting a grin on your face. But actually riding it as well, using your body, look, watch, leaning into the corner, simple little things like that. It's fun, and I'm sure the other electric bikes that I've ridden have done the same thing. But this one is just, it's tickling the danglies in a way that I don't remember the others doing. But I haven't got 30 grand. Not a chance I'll be buying one. I can't afford that. But if you're in the market for electric, definitely have a look at one of these. The new Zeros and the new Energicas that are coming out. There's the Rebel coming out very soon. They're boasting some huge mileage, 200 miles plus from a charge. So I'm hoping to get my hands on one of them, and it'll be interesting to see how they compare. But at the moment, this to me is like an MT10. That's what this is equivalent of, minus that beautiful noise you get off the MT10. But it's a similar sort of range. It's fantastic handling. It's a load of fun. What is not to like about this? Now, this bike really lends itself to riding energetically. That sort of high, slightly back foot peg location, and the sort of stretched out bars mean that you're lying into the bike. You're sort of chin up, face forward, let's have it. Oh, down to 40s. But it really does lend itself to enjoying this bike. Twist the throttle, have some fun, enjoy it. That didn't use the brakes at all there. This regen's lovely. But what do you think, folks? Are you convinced? Have you tried electric yet? Any of you out there decided you're going to give it a go? What did you think? If you're one of these die-hard, I'm never going electric, out of my cold dead hand will you prize the keys for my petrol bike. If you're one of them, why? Let me know. I want to hear your input. I was you, and then I rode one. What about electric itself? We've had loads of these discussions. Did it on the podcast, didn't I, as well, with Alec from English Electric. Is electric the answer to our environmental woes? I generally don't think it is, but it's all we've got at the moment, and it's stepping stones. And I think it's definitely coming. It's definitely there. All the big brands and manufacturers in the car world, they're all starting to embrace electric. And even over here into the bike world, well, look, this is Harley. Never would have thought Harley would do it. Harley's one of the first big brands out there to go for it in the bike world. And I'll guarantee you the others will follow suit. It's coming, people. And here we are, folks. We are back. And don't forget, if you ever need charging, then your local friendly neighbourhood Harley dealer has charging points at them. So if you're on the Livewire and you need some juice, find your local dealership. Job done. And is it free? No, it's not free. You still have to pay for it. So let's have a chat. Well, folks, you can hear the normal Harley, and you've heard what the electric one is. But what is it actually like? Well, I think it's safe to say, sorry about the helmet, you get better audio because I've got the mic in here. I think it's safe to say that I'm pretty taken with this thing. What a machine, it really is. Genuinely, I'm impressed. Ride is fantastic, the components on it are fantastic. The charging, okay, it's an hour fast DC charge, but you get a realistic sort of 110 miles realistic range there. So it's not one of these where they'll say, oh, you can have 200 miles, but you've got to push it. It's 100 miles, 110 miles of good, energetic, fun, enthusiastic use of the throttle. 4 hours AC charging, again, it used to be 8 to 12 hours, now it's down to 4 hours. Not bad. The progress is there, folks. It's going the right way. The handling of the bike is amazing. The feel you get from it is grin-inducing, which all electric bikes are, to be honest, but there's definitely something different about this one. I think it's just that sort of riding position, sort of stretched out like that, but it's got under my skin. I've really liked it. Can't afford 30 grand. In my opinion, ridiculous amount of money, but we have got to start somewhere with these electric bikes, and I think as the technology develops, the prices will come down, and that can only happen if there's a demand there. So what comes first, chicken or the egg? It's one of those situations, but it's coming. It is definitely coming. Folks, I cannot recommend the Harley Livewire enough. If you're in the market for an electric bike, try one. Just try one. Huge thank you to Guildford Harley Davidson once again for setting me up with this thing. I have really enjoyed it. Massive thank you to all you regular subscribers. A huge thank you to all you clan members over on Patreon. If you've not yet smashed the subscribe button, why not? Remember to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to ding dong that bell. If you've liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you've not, give us a thumbs down. But either way, leave a comment and let me know. Okay folks, keep on doing your thing. Look after those that you love. Get on out there. But most importantly, live your life. Ooh-ah!